This is our CG958G 4-yard wheel loader. It's about 38,000 pound loader, 210 horse, 6.7 Cummins in it. It's got a ZF twist shift transmission. We'll just kind of do a walk around on this machine. It's got a 4-yard bucket on it. It's 9'6" wide. Comes standard with this bucket. It's a tooth bucket with individual cutting edges in between each tooth, so you can pull those teeth out. You can pull all those cutting edges out if you want and replace it with one big one, or I usually just leave the teeth out and use it that way. Either way you want to go. This has been used, this loader's got like 80 some hours on it, used at a rock pit. We just brought it in from outside. It's about 10 below this morning, so it's a little frosty right now, but it's got that single lift cylinder in the middle. That's on a return to dig feature. There's a bracket at the top there. You can adjust that so that your bucket levels off on its own. It's also got a sensor on the lift arms that you can set so that when you lift that bucket up, it'll automatically kick out at a certain height. So if you're loading trucks at certain heights, you can just kick it back into the kickback position. When it raises to that height, it'll automatically kick out the hydraulics, so it stops at that same height all the time. It's got the interplanetaries. The planetaries are right in there. In that front differential. There's only one wet bath area on the front axle and the rear axle, and that also has enclosed wet brakes in there. And if you go on our website and download the parts manual, you'll see how that's all works. But it's kind of nice because you only have one wet area on the differentials. A lot of loaders, you'll see they have a planetary on the outside of the wheels. These do not have that. Everything's enclosed in that one area. Moving down the loader, you'll see it's got the same cab as the 935G model. You can check out that video to see how all the gauges and everything inside works, because this is exactly like the 935G, so we won't be going in there. Got a nice heavy duty ladder to crawl up in there. If you notice, a little bit different on the 958 is it's a little more wide open in the pivot area here where the two loaders come together. There are grease banks right here. There's a grease bank right here, so it's easy to get to grease at it, and it's really easy to get at that transmission or do any service that you may need to do to the machine. We'll move on back and go to the engine compartment. That's that 6.7 Cummins engine. There's a disconnect right here that you can shut off so that there's no electricity going to the unit anywhere. If you're going to leave it for a long period of time, you could do that. You don't have to worry about the batteries running down. This one, we did put a heater on it. That's an engine heater right there. Alternators on this side. I believe the starter's over here. Yeah, starter's on this side. There's the turbo. And as we're walking around the machine, this is where the batteries are. There's some batteries in there. There's a tie-down bracket there. And the radiators back here, they do run a hydraulic pump on this unit. The 935G is direct off the engine. This one has a hydraulic pump for the fan, or a hydraulic motor, I should say, for the fan. And this is where the fuel tank fill is, back here. Comes with the hitch on there, big counterweight in the back. There's a toolbox here. It's locked right now. As you can see, it's a little bit of snow out there today. There's our toolbox. And if you're looking at this side of the motor, you'll notice the, I think that's the air compressor, or the air AC compressor. And what else we got there? There's the hydraulic pump over there. The oil filters, fuel filters. There's a pump on that fuel filter so you can prime it. And we'll just keep walking around the unit. This side, you'll notice how wide open it is. Right there's the transmission, right in plain sight. You could pull that one steer cylinder arm out of there and pretty much get at everything you need to get at on that transmission. This is a ZF twist shift 4-speed transmission with automatic kickdown. It's got the Eaton hydraulic systems in it, I believe a Husco pump. but that pretty much gives you a full walkthrough of our bigger model. And like I said, if you want to go inside, take a look at that 935G video. That has all the information on the inside of the cab controls. Here's a picture of a 958G and a 935G side by side. You can see the 958 is quite a bit bigger machine. It is only like 11'6" tall, though. As long as you take the beacon off the top of the cab, you can get it in a 12-foot door, because that's what we have at our shop. So you can haul it down the road. It weighs right around 38,000 pounds, but at least gives you a little bit of idea. These are 23.5 tires on the 958, and the 935 has 17.5 tires on it.